Honestly, I think the scariest monster of all is this little demon. Have you seen what his freaking company can do? Oh, well, my name's Fox Ryan, so big and 9-bit Fox, and welcome to another... Actually, it's not even really a theory at this point. Maybe, who knows? Basically, if you guys didn't check out my last video on Starwars and Force Evil, which is, I think, is another mystery, and Marco Jr., basically 2 filler episodes, not really that great. Specifically, it's another mystery. That one. I brought up a point that makes no goddamn sense. Not that I don't make any sense, the show doesn't make any sense when they brought it up. Basically, the monsters are now deciding to leave. They're deciding to leave and go somewhere else now because they say it's too dangerous in Muni now for being a monster. Like, literally, like, Buff Frog, after, like, you know, the cool accomplishment of him being part of the royal, like, the royal court, I guess, as the monster explainer and stuff like that, he literally, like, gives that up, like, 3 to 4 episodes later, and it's, or certainly, like, probably, like, 6 episodes, and then, like, says, like, yes, it's very bad. It's very bad at Castle. Everyone hates me. Apparently, he thought me was so. Still, you're breaking me apart, Lisa. But anyways, it just happened, and the monsters say, well, we have to leave now. And that's, like, the only reason really given. And all I could think is, if they had the option to leave, why didn't they leave sooner? Like, mind you, I kind of get the whole idea of, like, you could probably make, there's, like, a couple arguments, I guess you could say, but basically right now I'm just saying, like, if they could leave throughout this entire time, because apparently Hekapoo doesn't really, you know, I guess, care if you're monster or human, or even human, monster or human, she will give you a pair of scissors if you are in some way worthy. We see this with Ludo, unless Ludo stole it from someone else, maybe his father, but Ludo has some scissors. I believe Buff Frog had some scissors when he left. Maybe they weren't his, maybe it was someone else's, but he leaves through a dimensional hole. And so we know that that monsters can achieve or get dimensional scissors to then travel to other dimensions. I'm just wondering, why haven't they left earlier? Like, again, I can understand maybe something like a holy ground, like Israel, or you know, all of North America for the Native Americans. I understand, you know, holy ground. You don't want to stay there, so that. But then also, if your people are being killed and dying over land, you should probably leave. If your people are starving and slowly dying and you actually have a way to go somewhere else that has better resources and food, that doesn't have these idiots trying to kill you, why don't you go there? Because again, apparently there's a multiverse. Maybe Starverses, its dimensions aren't exactly explained, but at least from what I know of a multiverse and dimensions are like separate forms of reality. So why exactly couldn't they just, you know, alright, let's go to a monster reality, Rick and Morty style. Basically, oh, we effed up Earth. We Cronenberg everything, Morty. Let's go to another world where I fix this. Basically the same thing. Oh wow, Muni's taking over the planet. Time to go to a dimension where there's more monsters. I don't think it's as loose with dimensions as Rick and Morty, of course, but you kind of see my idea. Why didn't they leave centuries ago? Again, Holy Land, great. I could see maybe the first 2 to 3 generations of monsters born and die saying, we should stay here for our people and stuff like that. After the fourth generation, they should be like, why the fuck do my grandparents want to stay here? It freaking sucks. Let's go somewhere else. Like, what was it? To use Aztecs in a way, even though it is effed up, but it is another form of people that were their place was taken over. let's say there's a sacred temple. It's a sacred temple where where one generation worshipped and everything. Spaniards came, destroyed the temple, built a church over it. Next, so there's no real remnants of this temple left. But the grandparents tell it to their kids. Tell it to the kids who have a vague memory of it, and like, yeah, we should stay here because of that. And then that next generation has the next generation after the kids has no recollection of this place. Just be like, why do I don't care. Why stay here? It's not my freaking temple. Why stay here? That's at least how I feel about this. The monsters shouldn't really care about this land anymore if they could go find somewhere else. If they want to help their people and save their people, go find somewhere else. And not saying like, oh, they should give up their land. No. But if the other person has a nuclear warhead at your face, all you have are sticks and twigs, maybe go somewhere else, live there for a bit, and replan your strategy if you ever want to take back your kingdom. Since these guys are basically holding you down anyways, might as well find somewhere else, build up your kingdom, build up your forces, and then come back and take back your kingdom if you want it. If not, you probably have a better place now already, and you're like, F that place. I don't know. It just feels like, and again, like the episode itself is a lot of telling and not showing. Where like Buffrog just leaves. He just leaves after not seeing him for like a couple episodes. He just leaves, and then he goes saying, "Oh yeah, everyone in the castle angry at me." I'm trying to think. I think maybe in maybe in the Bog Monster one, maybe Buffrog was there. But other than that, it's like one time, like, yeah, things won't change overnight. And even Buffrog says, maybe when you are queen, I will return and, come back with all monsters. And I'm just thinking, it's not going to be like that easy transition, right? Depending on, because again, that generation who still races against monsters is going to still be racist against monsters, even when Star is queen. Unless they kill off that entire last generation, there are still going to be racist people, and those racist people are going to teach their kids to be racist, and there's still going to be racism in this world. And that's how racism here works. So it's just the grand old question of like, the best thing you can probably do, if Buffrog's best case scenario would have been to stay with the kingdom, because he now has a point of somewhat power, and try to help with the monster thing and try to integration, I guess. But yeah, it's just kind of really dumb way, and that the monsters basically are able to just leave. If, let's say, an easy way you could fix this, though, would be something along the lines, and maybe this is the case, maybe we'll brought it up, that Heinous is saying that she's building a monster community or something. That she is basically bringing all the monsters together to live somewhere, probably St. Olga's. Something like that, or saying that maybe even Ludo, saying like for all monsters to live in this place, even though that's far from his intellect, I think. But something along those lines, where you can just have, we can have, that someone is saying, yeah, all monsters can live here without fear from humans and all that stuff. Sweet, then that's an easy way to say, okay, yeah, that's why they're leaving. Instead of living in these mud huts and stuff like that, they can live somewhere nicer. They can live, well, again, I think they liked living in the mud huts. But, they can live somewhere better that they won't be harassed by humans, such as we've seen throughout, like, this whole season. It's just small things. Because, again, it makes no sense for why the monsters... Because apparently this has been going on for generations. Generations. And again, like, what is it? Flippity floppity floop. But yeah, it has been going on for generations. And I don't know, maybe the book is only telling us the ancestors that kind of matter. But at least, let's see here. There's Selene, so that's 1 generation, 2 generations. I think each of them is about like 100 years old or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That right there is 6 generations of queens in this book. And I believe there's even more that's not in this book. But 6 generation queens. Yet no one thought, the monsters never thought maybe after the 3rd generation, maybe we should leave. Because whenever we fight these guys, they have a magic wand that could kick the crap out of us and blow us the fudge up. Why don't we leave? And mind you, Star is the one who uses most battle spells, but she never completely evaporates or destroys or even like kills her enemies. Imagine the queen who does use her magic like that. A queen who just goes, alakazoo! Turns them to ash. Like, yeah, and there is such a thing because, again, Moon was going to shoot Toffee with it. So, yeah, there are spells like that, and some queens are willing to kill like that. So, it's just the question of why the fuck don't the monsters just leave years before? Why did they leave years before? Hekapoo apparently can give scissors away to anyone, and gives them to anyone. So, well, anyone who can beat her trials. But, yeah, I think even Buffrog has dimensional scissors, too. Which, unless they're trying to retcon it and say, like, that's before we kind of really thought about Hekapoo and all that stuff. Well, bull crap. Well, too bad. You freaking made that part of your story that you need to earn these scissors. And if now Buffrog, and if you haven't earned these scissors and use them periodically or a lot, Hekapoo will then drag you into her dimension and take them away. So you now basically have it to where anyone who has these scissors and hasn't gotten them just pulled away for whatever reason, those scissors belong to them. So, Ludo got scissors somehow. Most likely stole from his dad, and they're just not bringing up the Hekapoo stuff. But if Ludo did, Ludo proved he was worthy. If Buffrog has some scissors, he proved he was worthy. And even if Ludo's father is the one who actually got the scissors, or mother, whoever else got the scissors for him, that still means a monster was able to get these scissors, which means they could easily leave this place, go, and basically be the freaking Moses of freaking monsters, like, come my people! Humans, let my people go! Smash! Feel the power of Glossaric! Smash! Or Hekapoo. Cut! Smash. And then, open a portal, take all the monsters away. It's not like the monsters were being held as slaves or anything like that. Again, best way is like a scenario, I'd be like, well, this is our holy land. Well, guess what? Your holy land's kind of taken over. You should probably, I shouldn't say like that, your holy land, but it is a land, sure. But here's the thing. If you want to take that place back, I suggest you go, I shouldn't say that. I'm not saying this for like anything like towards the Middle East or like Native Americans, stuff like that, they'll build an army and take over. But I do say that in the sense of this monsters and stuff like that, where, again, they are constantly at war. It's not like they're going over and like, it's not like people are going to shoot Native Americans right now or keep Native Americans off their land. Like, get off my land, Native American. No, it's just none of that. So, yeah. And again, like, there's a lot of racism in this world, too. I'm pretty sure a lot of people, if, like, let's say, I'm pretty sure a lot of people, like, if they had the option around those days, like, hey, do you want to just go somewhere else that has, like, you can probably find somewhere better to live? They probably go, sure, these people have guns and can kill us. Yeah, there's going to be those prideful idiots who want to stay, and they'll be thinned out. But everyone else who's smart enough to leave and maybe build up their army and then come back will survive a lot longer. But who knows? Yeah, but that's just something that I just wanted to talk about because, again, it makes no goddamn sense. Like, and again, they just mostly tell and not show. I vaguely remember, I think when the Bog Monster Star walked past Buffrog and said, not now, Buffrog, and maybe Buffrog turned around and one of the humans got scared, and that was it. But other than that, it's just, you could have shown at least a little bit more, or something more than just, oh, they were scared of me, and they will never accept me. And I'm just thinking, well, no, crap. Like, I mean, it's a new idea. It's going to take time for this crap. And also, heck, Marco should really speak up. If anything, because if you think about it, Marco, aka our world, has gone through a similar thing. So Marco would be like, yeah, it was kind of tough sometimes. But eventually, you had to keep pushing for it. I don't know. And even then, it's still not perfect now, but it's a lot better. But anyways, that's just my thoughts on this. So much you guys can down below. Thank you for watching. I'm sure videos that I've done. Links are on my face, around there somewhere, and we will see you later.
Oh, first I got Marvel, then I got Star Wars, next will be Nintendo, and then the Catholic Church. Oh!